Hi everybody, welcome to STRI's Visualisations video, and I'm here joined today by Mike Rowley, who is the Digital Design Manager.
How's it going, guys? Nice to meet you.
So Mike and his team, they produce all of the schematic drawings, technical drawings and animations and visualizations and a whole world of stuff that we're now getting into, and Mike's going to talk us through a little bit more about what that all means.
I'm going to try and talk to you about what it all means.
Well, let's see how we get on. So, Mike, could you tell us a little bit about what is visualizations, or what are visualizations?
So, for us at STRI, a visualization is anything that can be on a schematic design, as a 3D model, as an animation, as a VR, for example. So when we talk about sort of all the nice techie buzzwords like schematic and VR, yeah, what do these words mean? So what's a schematic drawing, for example? So our schematic drawings are what we basically do for our CAD designs. So we do this for engineers and architects, certain clients as well. And for us, that just gets the idea across of the technical information that's required for a project.
So it's almost like the flat pack building instructions for building a golf course or a stadium, something like that.
Exactly, that's it.
And then
just hundreds of plans.
Hundreds of plans, and with all of that information superimposed on it.
Yeah. And
so what about VR? What does VR actually mean?
So VR is virtual reality, and we use that for our large projects, such as golf courses, sports precincts, large development schemes, planning, and we visualize the big scenes so we can see what they look like before they're actually created.
So Mike, what's the importance of visualizations? Why do we use them in our business?
So visualizations for our business are really important. It helps the client to visualize their designs. We can use that as an accompaniment alongside our schematic designs. For us, we get a vast amount of clients at STRI. Some technical, some not so technical. And for us, we can tailor our drawings or our schematics to the various different clients that we get. So a visual and a nice 3D representation of their design is really good in showing them how and why their design's done in such a way.
And I guess it's a great way to present a lot of quite complex technical information in a straightforward and easy to digest for technical and non-technical audiences in that way.
Exactly.
Okay.
So for us, like for one example, if we do a large golf course design, which we have done in the past, a non-technical person, if we show them a schematic design and you see hundreds of contour lines, you know, certain people struggle to understand what these lines mean.
I know how they feel.
And if we take the wireframe of a schematic design, we model it in 3D, and then we put it into our visualization, then the client can actually put on a VR headset and walk around, and they can see the contouring around their site, and it will be, you know, fully to scale and accurate to what their requirement is.
I mean, that must be amazing, taking something which is essentially two-dimensional and turning it into a full living environment that is going to be a full representation of what it will be like on the ground.
Oh yeah, it's great to actually be one of the people or part of the team who goes away and takes these just lines basically, and we turn it into a nice 3D visual representation of what a client's expected. When you present the ideas and the designs to clients, you know, they're over the moon.
I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And I think we've got our colleague James who's going to show us what that all means.
So, as you can see, we're inside the model now. We're free to look around, view the different parts that we've created here, including the vegetation, the texture of the land that we've made here. And bear in mind still that this is a true-to-life representation of the job we created it for. So the undulations you can see around the green and the bunker and the rough and the fairway are all true to life based on what the information we gathered for this project gave us. So we can move around inside here as well and get different views of the lighting and the way that shadows might be cast by trees, and we can edit and manipulate that as well. So for example, let me just tweak a few of those things to give you an impression of what I'm talking about. Time of day, right now we're in the early morning, but as we move around the clock here, we can see that as the day goes on, the shadows might be cast differently, the lighting might change. This has been highlighted as something that would be very useful to be able to predict what might be happening on your golf course, for example, in summer as opposed to winter. So a potentially useful tool there that we can use to create even more information from. Again, another example of the undulations you can see from this particular angle of this golf course. And don't forget as well that this is a potential way of showing how changes that you might be expecting to make to your site will look once they've been made. So if we need to change the way that some of the surface is laid out, we can do so. We can model that. We can use that information, extrapolate it, import it into this software as well as many others, and give you a pretty near enough impression of what that work is going to look like when the job is being finished. Something like that I think is really valuable to be able to provide for certain people who may struggle with reading a schematic drawing with just a bunch of contour information, level information. Not everyone has got the understanding for how that might look visually. So this is just the perfect thing for that person who might appreciate something with exaggerated visuals a bit more.
Thanks, Mike, and thanks, James, for showing us the world of visualizations.
No worries, Christian, anytime. And thank you for giving us a slot on your research webinar as well.
No problem at all. And thank you guys for watching the video. I'm constantly amazed about what these guys produce and the way technology is evolving. I hope you found it as fascinating as I did. I hope you can join us for a Q&A session on Thursday at 4 o'clock. It's all happening on STRI Group's Facebook page. There's going to be a live Q&A stream. So join us if you've got any questions that come up from today or any of the other videos that have been shown this week. And if you can't join us live, please do still engage with us. Send us a question offline. Send an email to inquiries@strigroup.com. Just make sure you put STRI Research 2020 Q&A in the subject line. Just means it's easier for us to pick it out in amongst all the other emails. And I look forward to talking to you all then.
See you later, guys.